Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
Well, guys, hope everybody's having a great day out there. We finished up planting the stuff that we forgot yesterday.
Yeah.
And then we put some netting up, and I'm going to build some more frames. Moving forward with trying to be self-sufficient because, we're getting deeper and deeper into the thick of things.
Right. The food shortages are very real. They're coming around the bend, and we need to be ready somehow, some way.
Yeah, and I heard somebody say out there, real. Well, I mean, these things are being manufactured. Yeah, but they're there.
Yeah, they're there.
It's been planned, and that's the whole point. So before we get going, just want to invite everybody to double check, make sure you're subscribed to both channels, EEARTS and Evolutionary Energy Arts. So we see Sweden says a Russian plane violated airspace as NATO application looms, perhaps next month. And a statement from the Swedish Armed Forces said the aircraft, an Anatov AN-30, was first located when it was east of Bornholm and flying towards the Swedish territory. It briefly violated Swedish airspace before leaving the area. Swedish fire jets were following the incident and photographed the plane, as we could see the photo of it right there. So things are tense. They're just, it feels like they're just waiting to boil over, doesn't it? And meanwhile, many questions were there about Putin's health. And he didn't look good. He looked pretty damn bad, actually. He looked very shaky. He looked bloated. He looked pale. And yet, we see this. This is on like 5 different sites today. Vladimir Putin, Lord of the World. So says blind mystic Baba Vanga, who predicted 9/11. And this was back in 1979. Baba Vanga, a blind mystic, had predicted a glorious future for Russia. It is interesting, too, that there are some prophecies out there from multiple sources that say Russia is the hope of the world. There are, and I remember those from a long time ago. Now, she saw many natural disasters, and she did see WW3. So if Putin looked ill, and in fact, and I got more links for you guys just so you could check out different sources all talking about this, is he going to be okay? Because we hear insiders saying he's going to have a cancer operation, and there is going to be a transfer of power to Nikolai Patrushev as he undergoes cancer surgery. So we asked the guides. Cindy's asking the guides, what's going on here? Will he survive? Will he become the Lord of the world, so to speak? I really think the power structure is more centered in the fine dining ware country, but there is an alliance, most definitely, between Russia and the fine dining ware country.
Right. Well, with him, it was interesting because they said that he was going to be experiencing a different type of surgery. There's going to be alien technologies involved in trying to bring him back. So he's not well. When I checked into his energy body, his vital signs, like his energy signs, they're very low. He's in a lot of pain. So we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. And for those that aren't familiar with us, both Cindy and myself are energy workers, and this is what we do: is distance healing and also sensing people's energy from a distance. And we've worked on thousands of people, pretty much every continent except for Antarctica, and this is really, one of Cindy's biggest gifts is she could see things clear as day. She's found herself basically at times down in the Vatican in some meetings where they were very testy. And, that's something that more and more people are going to find they're able to do. There are many gifted people out there. We've encountered hundreds and hundreds of people that have incredible gifts out there.
Yeah. I mean, that's that's the biggest thing is A lot of people have these gifts, and it's really, really extremely misunderstood. And here, maybe you're having problems in life or getting along with these jobs where you have to go through these policies and procedure, and you're someone that's extremely intuitive and you just can't get along. So that's becoming more and more evident. So we do help give people guidance when they're going through those difficult times too.
Absolutely. And I just want to make sure everything's recording okay. Well, we still got it. So you see that he truly is in pain. His energy body's looking low. He very dark, like he is seriously ill. If you're looking at the chakras, they're barely operating.
They're barely operating, and they're actually very dark and dingy. The colors his life force is not strong. Not strong.
Not strong at all. So now from the guides, we've also gotten that if something happens to him, again, this could be something that, of course, there could be accusations made. See, we're going into a period where there's going to be a lot of acknowledgement and open acknowledgement about technologies that have been on the hush-hush and hidden.
That's coming up too. That's coming up not very far away from what I can see and feel. A lot of what's going on is going to be an introduction to energies that we're not necessarily privy to on a day-to-day basis, but they have been testing for a very long time in the military, and other people that are higher up are aware of these.
Yes, and many videos. We've talked to some of the stuff that's been declassified on dozens, if not hundreds of videos over the 5+ years that we've been operating now. And, there's so much out there that the masses aren't aware of, but that is literally, legitimately, it's in print. You could see, like anti-gravity, free energy. They're going to have to acknowledge these things. This is part of the disclosure that's underway. They will openly acknowledge that there's extraterrestrials. There's non-Terran, let's use that word. There's people that are not from Earth that the governments interact with, and they will acknowledge that, and they're going to actually show you at some point in time. It's part of their plan. They have to disclose, because we're getting to the end of this dark age, and we're getting to the end of this age where there's so many secrets, because it's the apocalypse, the unveiling. It's all going to be revealed. So they have to reveal it to you so it benefits them. So it'll always be done with a twist. So it's always going to make them look like the good guys. Like, hey, we're throwing you this bone. Hey, we're doing this for you.
We're doing this because we love and care about you. Yes.
Absolutely. So if Putin was to not make it, then you feel that this might be something that they might end up, saying that there were technology used, and it could, again, offer an opportunity or an excuse to broaden the war and give that WW3 scenario.
Yeah, there's some different ideas that are going on around here. If he does not make it, it could be used as a catalyst to create that other scenario with the WW3.
And then, of course, we have to question 46, because he certainly seems like he's not all there. So, this world may see a sudden shift in leadership, perhaps in both the Russian Confederation and also over in the United States.
Yeah, I mean, could be overnight thing.
And again, it's apparent leadership. It's the face that we're putting up there. It's the face on the poster board. It's not really the controllers, again. But do the faces matter? Does the poster boy matter? I think it does in a way, because it kind of puts out a certain vibe, maybe a certain feeling among the populace.
Well, and understanding that these are not the ones that are truly in control, and the ones that are in control are hiding behind a veil, and we are not allowed to see them, because if we could see them, we would know the truth. And once we know the truth and how powerful we really are, now they have a problem. So the poster boys are very, very important to them.
Absolutely. A good poster child can definitely, he could sell better.
Yeah. selling. You're right.
Basically, it's a sales job. Now, 46, in my humble opinion, does a horrible sales job. 44 was a better salesperson, although many people felt intensely against him. And, 45, well, the art of the sell, right?
Yeah, that's so funny that he has that book and he created that language.
And that's exactly what this is. Politics is salesmanship.
Mm-hmm. It was the art of the deal, right? Very important to get everything so that people buy into it. And that's why we have so much... Well, that's why we have so much propaganda, and that's why we really don't understand what can we believe, and that's why we have to learn to tap within and know your own truth before you try to go out and disseminate this other information that's going to be all cluttered up.
Do you have any feelings, or do the guides have any feelings on what caused Putin's illness?
What's coming through right now is this is like some form of a chemical reaction, so it does feel very deliberate.
Interesting. A chemical reaction. So not necessarily or could that still include being exposed to certain energies or frequencies triggering chemical reactions? Or is it just pure chemicals, like in consuming? We could say in many cases, cancer is kind of a chemical reaction when we're too acidic and we're not allowing the body time to break down. We're not taking in the proper acid-alkaline balance, and an acidic environment most definitely is an environment that cancer loves, especially one like if you're taking in simple sugars. It just feeds it rampantly. And I go back to when I was running a retirement community, and we had a doctor in there, and she was like 59 years old. She was technically too young for the community that I was running. But the exceptions could be made because she was basically bedbound and she had cancer raging. And her caregiver, I saw one day come down to the dining area, pouring iced tea, and then going and putting about 8 spoonfuls of sugar in. And I said, "What the bleep are you doing?" "Oh, she likes it really sweet." And I was like, "This is a doctor. Don't you know cancer feeds on sugar?" And I went and talked to her, and I don't know if that changed it or not because she only lived a couple more months. But, that just shows you the mindset of some of the MDs and their lack of understanding of nutrition and disease in many ways.
Right. And, with Putin, what they're showing me and giving me the feeling of is the opportunity was created for this to take hold inside of his body. So it was like the immune system was lowered and something else took advantage of it. So how they use that is some kind of chemical, could have been applied to the skin. Sure. Who knows what's out there? But it was something that was deliberate.
So with normal technology that we use every day, do you think he would make it? Does it look like he'd make it?
This is really weird because it just feels like he's teetering. And I checked his chakras, because I use I have my own tools, how I actually check visibly the chakras, and his chakras are not moving well. So this is just a strange thing. It's almost like a new technology coming in that has made him sick. But we look at what's out there right now, in these, I can't even say the word, these pokes that they give us that can also lower the immune system. Was he given one of those? Possibly.
Absolutely. So we just thought we would share it with you guys, because it's always interesting to see these things and share some of what we're going to be able to do and what many people can do right now. And I do remember I had a person reach out to me years back and just give me the time and date that they wanted me to work on them, and they wouldn't tell me anything about them. And then they were asking me questions afterwards, after I worked on them. And I thought that was a wonderful test of abilities and what we're able to achieve. But, we do know people, and we have a friend that's in a very, very high alphabet soup place, and he is well trained on this. He's gone through, official avenues of training, and in reality, his energy body is fabulous and very strong and vibrant. But I wouldn't doubt it with the training that he has, and also his self-discipline, and also, it goes into our past lives and what we've achieved in past lives and what we're here to do. So as always, guys, I want to thank you for your support on Patreon and Ko-Fi. We couldn't do it without you. Do check out Medicinal Foods. Use coupon code EEA. Get you a discount. It does support the channel. And also you can boost your immune system and detox. And if you do need to make an appointment, it's evolutionaryenergyarts.com to check out more about us. And evolutionaryenergyarts@gmail.com to reach us. Much love. God bless. And namaste.
Namaste.